I always hated deserts, but this place changed everything. It's hotter than Death Valley. I've got sand in my everywhere. Did I mention there is a bat castle? How the hell do you even ride on sand? Desert of Lut, officially hottest place on planet Earth. Good morning, good morning. What a pretty day today.
We are doing a little field trip today to the Lut Desert. The mountains are magnificent, brown, bricky color.
Now there are just huge distances to cover to get to the desert on a straight road.
We're doing a short stop for some fruit. Sorry, no Farsi. No Farsi.
In the distance you can start seeing the silhouettes of the mountains, the caloons.
It almost looks like a gigantic playground.
Our original plan was to arrive for sunset, but everything took a lot longer than we anticipated. So now when we finally got here, it's slowly getting dark and we still need to find a place where to camp.
What an absolutely surreal place. This is so beautiful.
The Lut Desert is in the far east part of Iran, and throughout the day, even in the colder months, it is still one of the hottest places on Earth, with no inhabitants and nobody around for miles and miles. But we have heard so much about this place that we really wanted to explore it and spend some time here. And now it's time to be really quick, eat and figure out a place to put our tents before it gets completely dark, but I don't think we can make it.
Sometimes I do dumb things. I don't know how much you can see. There's a bit of a cliff edge and a lot of unstable terrain. But I have decided to put my tent up there. But the access is really horrendous.
Good morning, guys. Welcome to the desert. Good morning. Welcome to the desert of Lut. This place is absolutely fantastic. We arrived sort of late in the day last night, and I think my GoPro failed to turn on, so I'm gonna show you around today rather than how we arrived. Hans is sitting up there having a bit of a nice quiet moment in the sun. As you can see, it's not the easiest and safest of all places to go for a walk.
I've been up since before sunrise, take some shots. It's been fantastic. Hans set up camp here, but I felt like the perfect place to camp would be up there. It was not the easiest and smartest decision, probably, getting up there at night with no light, and it's been totally worth it. This place is just fantastic, and as you can see, there's nobody around. Kerman and Iran, you have been wonderful. You have been absolutely wonderful.
Climbing this at night was not exactly enjoyable, especially without a light, because the locals have warned us that there are bandits in the desert and in these areas, so we didn't want to draw attention. It was all well worth it though, because
you get to wake up to this. Now I will have to start packing, because it is getting hot already, and I think in about an hour it's going to be really hot. Yeah, it's gonna be a sweaty day. Real fun part. Going up is always easy. Going down tends to be a little more annoying. Especially if you're trying to film it wearing a backpack with all your equipment. I think Hans is really enjoying his time in the sun. He has not started packing yet. Packed up, breakfasted, because that's a word, and ready to explore the desert. It is like 9 o'clock or 8 something. It's really hot already.
normally when someone tells me, oh, let's go to the desert, I think about the sand, I think about how far up my parts is it gonna get. And generally I'm not the biggest fan, but this place changed my opinion about the desert completely. I fell in love, and I could spend an endless amount of time in this place.
We have not aired down because we were too lazy, and I think we will regret that very soon. Oh yeah, did I mention neither of us has sand tires?
And pretty much zero experience of riding in the sand.
It looks better, yeah. This is taking the charge.
This was one of the lessons we had to learn very quickly. You have to be super careful about where you stop, because if it's a loose spot, it might take a lot of digging to get out again.
He's thinking, how deeply into the pit of despair am I going to fall when I arrive there?
Now is when we will find out which one of us has dug a bigger grave for themselves.
So far not too bad.
We both took the path we found preferable, and then we can compare notes about who suffered more.
A bit of a wobble, come on, you can do it. You can do it. Good man. Our plan is to go down there, and it is a bit steep and very sandy. So Hans thought it would be a nicer idea to go around there. I thought it looks like a bunch of deep sand. I'm kinda liking this a bit more. I like to walk. Well, I don't like to walk, but I do walk. It's better than crashing. Having a look first before you get onto something that could be itchy. Okay, this is a lot softer than I thought. Oh, no. That was shaky. That was well shaky.
It's a tough thing to wrap your mind around, because on sand you just have to maintain speed, you have to go fast, and the slower you go, the more problematic it is, but at the same time you're scared to crash, so...
In case you didn't notice, I'm really not comfortable on sand. Come on. Come on, girl. Come on. Come on. Come on. No, 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 no. No. We are not going down. That is not the plan today.
I'm wondering how much sense it makes to go now deeper into the desert.
Probably the same amount it always does. Yeah, I don't think I fancy this. I really don't think so. This is gnarly. I don't know how it looks on the camera, but it's really steep. And there is a lot of very loose sand. So, no. There is not too bad. There is very, very bad. Like, suicidal bad.
Now GoPro overheated and died, so sorry for the slightly worse video quality over the next minute or two. It's always funny when you're watching the video afterwards and the wide-angle cameras just make it look like, oh, there is nothing going on, absolutely nothing, piece of cake. And the reality is, it is actually really bloody steep. We've headed onwards, but I think that we picked the wrong path, because we just ended up at the top of this high bank that's just deep, deep, deep sand. Yeah, kind of the story of this excursion, really. Look at the bugs! Look at the bugs on my bike! There's almost nothing that lives in this desert, but somehow there's a bunch of bugs that suddenly appear and decide to make their new home on my bike. Oh, how great! Yeah, so the only way was to either ride back or to take it down through this really loose section. I've decided to go for a slightly different strategy than Hannes when I've seen him dig, and I went straight down, and it turned out I didn't need the engine at all in the end. On the contrary, it was better to turn it off and just use the rear wheel for engine braking, and use some Hannes for the same task.
That was very straight down.
Yeah.
The X challenge is about as tall as a horse that's been crossed with a giraffe, so it makes it a special kind of fun to get on without a kickstand. If there is one place that I would really recommend to ride in Iran and not miss out on, it is the desert of Lut. I'm slowly becoming more comfortable on the sand and just enjoying the ride and the incredible mountains and the scenery that's everywhere around you, just blowing your mind.
Oh, gnarly. No, 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 no. I've had a very hairy moment there. Yeah.
What? In the sand?
Yeah, bad idea, slowing down. 31 degrees in the shade, supposedly. Let's do it.
Our next point of excursion was a castle that is hiding somewhere around the Lut Desert. I didn't really manage to find any information about this place whatsoever, but it was such a surprise.
A little treasure.
Oh, you found a hidden treasure?
Yeah, I think I would taste it.
Oh yeah. Well, we have found a wee castle hidden away in the desert.
The end on the left, there are hanging several beds from there.
We can nickname this the Bat Castle. A lot of bat poo on the ground. Oh yeah, you can see them all around.
I hate bats.
For those of you who might not know, bats are blind. That's why the saying blind as a bat. Because bats react to sound. They emit ultrasound that when it bounces back off the walls or of the objects around them, that's how they know spatially where they are, where they fly and where not to fly. So my light is actually not disturbing them at all, but my sound is. You see how they emit the sound before they start flying? Okay, let's leave the poor things to rest. Here, a huge hole in the ground. I guess somebody might have been trying to find hidden treasure. It does make you wonder if you brought a metal detector to a place like this. I mean, it's probably been searched through already, but you never know. I wonder what nests these are. Because there's some sort of a nest, but I'm not sure. Yeah, you can see it really up close here. Well, for this little section, the camera had to get turned off. Oh. These boots are not great for climbing, especially on a slippery surface. It's fascinating that there's nobody here. Ah, there is some zombie climbing the walls. I really think it's easier the way that I came.
I don't want the easy way.
Ah, the brave man from Instagram.
Some kind of trading facility.
Or just sort of defensive position for them guarding the roads. Could have been either way, or both, really. Well, it is time to wave our castle goodbye and head off to find first money, because we're both out of local money and I'm in completely out. The next to find lunch and shower. This is one of the few times in recent history when we're on a road that is actually fun. Because most roads in Iran are just long and straight. Now in the mountains I'm freezing. I mean freezing. I wish I had a jacket. Cold. Back at the hostel. Time to find food.
The Lut Desert has officially the world record for the hottest land surface temperature measured on planet Earth. It's been measured in 2005 by NASA satellite. It recorded 80.8 degrees Celsius or 177.4 Fahrenheit. For today, the adventure is over, but if you like, you can enjoy the desert for a while longer.